Hey, Shalom, y'all, Bashim Yahshua Rakatah, Yahweh Shamar Al-Thum, Bashim Yahshua. This preaching officer 500 Mathumya, you know what I mean, out of I.S.U.P.K. Started 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command during YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? We've been teaching the truth about the Bible, that blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the real Israelites of the Bible. We're the real Jews. You know what I mean? And we're going to continue to push this truth out, you know what I mean, until the mission is complete. You know what I mean? We here today, you know what I mean, you in library teaching this brotherhood class, you know what I'm saying? Excuse the background noise if y'all hear a little something in the background. We getting rained on right now. You understand? So you know what I mean, this is the brotherhood class, all right, in which we lack so much here in Trenton, New Jersey, and all the urban cities, you know what I mean, in you know what I mean, in the US. In the US. We lack brotherhood, man. We don't have any brotherhood towards each other. We quick to, you know what I mean, think for our own, like, you know what I mean, think for ourselves in this place and never think about your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Your neighbor meaning your fellow, you know what I mean, your brother. You understand? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, you know what I'm saying? Anytime you see the someone talking about your neighbor in the Bible, you know what I mean, or either you know, the Most High says it sometimes, you know what I mean, it's talking about your brother. It's talking about your blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right. And we lack brotherhood towards one another here. We lack so much brotherhood. You know what I mean? We think for ourselves, like I just saying. We think for our own, you know what I mean? We think for our own you know what I mean, selfish reason for our own selfish reasons. You understand? We think about filling our own stomach up instead of helping another brother out. We think about satisfying our own flesh instead of, you know what I mean, doing what's right and being there for your brother. You understand? It's crazy today. I was at Mickey D's today. You know, understand? And I'm just there chilling and all. I mean, eating whatever, right? And you know, a brother needs to use the bathroom. A brother needs to use the restroom and everything, right? So you know, the manager is sitting right there by the bathroom. I'm sitting by the bathroom too. But the manager is right there sitting by the bathroom. This brother asked him, older brother too, asked him, he's like, yeah, man, you help me get in the bathroom. You can help me get in the bathroom. You help unlock the door, you know, because the managers, they have the keys to the bathroom. This nigga was like, he did some gesture like this, like I don't know, like something like that. I couldn't really hear it too well, but it's, you know what I mean. I could kind of read what was said. You know what I mean. It's like he's saying like, well, I'm on my lunch right now because he sat down. You know what I mean. Was getting ready to eat. He had his food there and everything like that. You know what I mean. He like, man. He basically was like, his body language was like, uh man, I'm on my lunch, brother. Ask one of, you know what I'm saying, you know, like that. When, you know what I mean, that gotta stop. That shit gotta stop. Salaki for the language, but that has to stop within the black community. That's what we have towards each other here. You know what I mean? We so quick to, you know what I mean, think for ourselves when we could have, you know what I mean, easily, you know, he could have easily got up and just unlocked the door for him and everything like that. But he, you know, he pushed them off, brushed them off, and you know what I mean, directed him towards somebody else to help him out. You understand? When we could, you know, brotherhood is essential. That's what we're going to definitely need in these times coming up. You know what I mean? In the current times we living in now, you understand, World War III is knocking at the door. You know what I'm saying? It's knocking at your door. You know what I mean? Knocking at the door, and you could be like, you know, learning how to love one another. You understand? We could be, you know what I mean, going out our way to help one another. Instead, we just, you know what I mean, that ain't my problem. That ain't my problem. Go ahead, go ask this, go do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And the brother afterwards, right? The brother, I'm looking at the whole thing, right? You know what I mean? He went to go ask somebody else, then they taking their time about helping them out. You know what I'm saying? They taking their time. The other person taking their time. I'm just like, damn, god damn, what's going on? So they finally, once he finally gets somebody to come through and help him out with the bathroom restroom door. You know what I mean? He looking at me, I'm looking at him, and he's shaking his head. I'm like, hey, damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel I feel your pain, like, cause that's, you know what I mean, that's going on a lot. That's going on a lot. And I would have thought that you know what I mean, in today's time, current situations we in right now, that we would be more cleaving on to one another more so now than we were before. You understand? Like, but I guess, you know, certain brothers gonna have to, you know what I mean, you know, learn one way or another, right? You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, like, brotherhood is essential. Brotherhood is what we need. Brotherhood is it's the blood that flows through the veins of, you know what I mean, a nation. A nation loves themselves. Every nation loves themselves. You understand? Granted, somebody gonna be like, well, why is it why you know, they kill one another? They going to war right now. You understand? Like, it's, you know, nations are gonna have crimes committed, have people in their own nation commit crimes against their own people. You understand? They're gonna commit crimes against their own. That's just gonna happen. You know what I mean? And like, another point, they like to point the finger at us, talking about, well, y'all want to talk about how we should stop killing y'all. Well, why won't y'all stop killing each other? You know what I mean? Like, this is the same thing. You know what I mean? We nations, we if we commit crimes against one another in the black community, in the Hispanic community, that's a family issue that we gonna have to deal with within ourselves. But when another nation is unaliving us in the street, you know what I mean, like dogs, you know what I mean, and treating us like filth of the earth, that's an act of war. That's an act of war, but we don't look at it that way because we lost all the how can you put it? We don't have that warrior spirit no more. We don't have brothers, and, you know, I mean, brothers that's thinking in that mindset of we're responsible for these brothers and sisters. We responsible for this nation that we building up. You know what I mean? That the Lord helped build us up, help build up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, that we build up through the mercy and grace and mercy of the through the grace and mercy of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? This is, you know what I mean. Let me shout out these sisters. Shalom, baby girl, what's going on? Shalom, what's going on? All the way from Cali, you know what I mean. And Princess Sarah, you know what I mean. Shout out to y'all for tuning in. You know what I mean. Appreciate that. I'm saying we're gonna go into a heavy topic today. Brotherhood, you know what I mean, is the main thing. We're gonna go into a few things though. I got videos lined up too. So yeah, so in this time, in this day and age, you know what I'm saying. Oh yeah, I was talking about the act of war. So yeah, this is an act of war, and we don't have brothers, you know what I mean, that's looking to be responsible for a nation of people, to be responsible for these brothers and sisters that's under them. You know what I'm saying? What's heavy too about that, I'm gonna get back to topic, but what's heavy too about that is New York officer, what, you know what I mean, Lacum, I think, yeah, Lacum Yala from in New York, you know what I mean, interviewed General Mahyman, 12th Shield General Mahyman recently, right? And General Mahyman was speaking about, you know what I mean, the rank. They asked him a question about the rank system. You know what I mean? And General Mahyman so eloquently broke down how, you know what I mean, the ranks is basically is there so nobody gets left behind. No brother gets left behind. No sister gets left behind. Nobody. The children, the elderly, the sick, the weak, nobody gets left behind. You know what I mean? And we don't have that in the Black, Hispanic, and Native American community. We don't have brothers that's, you know what I mean, thinking like that outside of the I.S.U.P.K, of course. Outside of the I.S.U.P.K, we don't have brothers that think like that. We have brothers that fend for themselves, that think for themselves, that, you know what I mean, want to shove a brother to the side, you know what I mean, push him off to somebody else because he want to eat right now on his lunch break. You understand? Like, this is something that has to change within us, you know what I mean? Now to get back, all right, yeah. So all right, so yeah, so to get back, right, you know what I mean, we need brotherhood. Brotherhood is the one thing we need. All right, so I'm gonna grab a scripture or two right now. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna get Zephaniah 2 and want to start off. All right, and we're gonna get into the rest of the stuff. Y'all can meet me there, you know what I mean? All right, this is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together. Yet gather together, O nation not desired. This is the thing that we must do right now. This is vital right now for the Black and Hispanics to get together right now. You understand? Right now, not tomorrow, not next week. You know what I'm saying? Right now is the time to do that. And where do you gather yourself together at? Is in the UPK, in the I.S.U.P.K, the only place on earth where Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians come together in unity. Nobody fighting one another. Nobody's, starting unnecessary beef with one another. You know what I'm saying? We ain't sleeping with another brother's woman up in here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is honorable to one another in here. You know what I mean? None of that, foolishness going on in here. You know what I'm saying? So this is the place, that the Most High gave us as a gift. You know what I'm saying? As a gift for us. You know what I mean? He had mercy on us to give us this school back in 1969, and Commander General YAHANNA held on to it all the way up until now with the rest of the generals that's under him. You know what I'm saying? This is the time now to come up in here. Come up in here right now, because what's going on right now is you know what I'm saying, the sparks to full-fledged hell coming through. You know what I mean? Right now, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna play a video real quick. Play this. I'm gonna share the screen with y'all real fast. Bear with me a second. I'm sure everybody's seen this video. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna play this right now. Damn, can y'all hear that?
No, bro. No. No, bro. No. Oh, no. Let me get him. Let me get him.
Yeah, y'all see that, right? Now, what that is right there is, you know what I'm saying, the Haitians, the tribe of Levi, supposedly that's what the video is saying, allegedly, you know what I mean, they getting deported. They getting, detained by ICE. You understand? And wasn't it like just 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago, just 2 weeks ago, you know what I'm saying, Negroes coming out their mouth talking about that ain't our fight. The Latinos, what they do for us. You know what I'm saying? This don't have nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with you. Simpletons, you know what I mean, think that we ain't got no ties to the Latinos. You know what I mean? Like, that's the dumbest thing ever. How could you ever think that they was gonna come for the Latinos, you know what I'm saying, and not come for us? We've been saying since 1969, we've been saying, like, yo, we live in the same neighborhoods, we catch the same hell, we get gunned down too by police. The Latino brothers get gunned down by police as well. They are victims of police brutality as well. You understand? Like, I don't see how you thought it was gonna come to them and it wasn't gonna come to us. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the ignorance with us. Because now you see now, excuse me, you see now, hey man, they coming for, they coming for us now too. You think that because of this, like, I'm gonna say this: the skin tone, not that we go off colorism, but according to the people in the world, now this could kind of open their eyes up now, because like in their head, they see dark skinned brothers and sisters out there getting detained by ICE, and now something is clicking in their head, like, dang, okay, maybe we could be getting that same treatment that the Latino brothers and sisters got. You know what I mean? When the whole time we've been telling you, man, listen, they getting deported, we need to stick by them, because guess what? We're next. They're gonna come for us too. Y'all don't know that Trump just y'all got to start watching the news and keeping up with what's going on. Donald Trump, man, he just had it. All right, so it was just passed that the birthright citizenship just got passed. You know what I'm saying? Now, if y'all don't know what that means, you know what I mean, a lot. All right, the rich gonna get richer and poor gonna get more poor. You know what I'm saying? Also, we gonna be getting the same treatment like our Latino brothers and sisters got. We gonna be getting detained and shipped off and deported. You know what I'm saying? The same, because we're the same people. They're not doing all right. Granted, they doing that to the Iranians. Only reason they doing that to them is because they going to war with them right now. They about to go into full-fledged war with them. They shot rockets at them and everything like that. You know what I mean? And they just trying to, you know what I mean? That's their security, I guess. They trying to play it safe with that. You know what I mean? But blacks and Hispanics, man, we are the same. We're the same, and they hate us the same way. You know what I mean? And hopefully this open up your eyes. I'm gonna play it back. I'm gonna play it back. I'm gonna make it bigger for y'all. So bear with me a second. Damn, muted on his own.
No, bro. No, no. Hell no. Let me get him. Let me get him.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? We better get real about loving one another. Better get real about, you know what I mean, looking at one another as our brothers. You know what I'm saying? Looking at you know what I mean, the sister as a sister. You know what I'm saying? We was just bringing out yesterday early on into the show, Black Watch. You know what I mean? Shout out to Commander YAHANNA and you know what I mean, all the rest of the generals, General Hyman, General Mayak, General Hazayan, you know what I'm saying, and the rest of the crew, Officer Marah and Officer Yadai. You know what I mean? We was up in there yesterday and brought up how, you know what I mean, we gotta change the hearts and the minds of these sisters out here. Change the hearts and the mind of these sisters, you know what I mean, in the world, obviously, of course, you know what I'm saying? Because change their way of thinking. Because we all know how they think right now. We all know what their mental is like right now, right? And obviously, I had to check a couple brothers, you know what I mean, because you know what I mean, they saying that we should give up on the black woman and saying how they are enemy and everything like that. When you know what I mean, nah, it's going to take real men to change the minds of these sisters out here. It's going to take real men to, you know what I mean, to break that demon on on them sisters out there that think the way they do. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take real men. And the only real men left is in the I.S.U.P.K. And brothers, you know what I'm saying? I suggest y'all come up in here, pile up in here, man. Y'all pile up in here and do what y'all need to do. You know what I'm saying? So we can get this thing rolling. You know what I'm saying? It's up to us to really, you know what I mean, make a change in this nation. Because you know damn well, you know what I mean, we ain't got no leaders to do it. We don't got no Christian leaders to do it at all. Let's see if I can get more on the scripture. Oh, nation not desired. We are a nation that's not desired on this earth. We're hated on this earth. We're despised. Everybody, you know what I mean, just wants us to be done away with. And you can see it right now. They deporting us. They trying to get us out of here. They trying to get us out of here. They don't want us here no more. You know what I'm saying? They want to evict, like Commander Hanna eloquently states it. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to evict us out of America. They evicting us, you understand? But they don't know they're going to be the ones that get evicted. They don't know that they're the ones in trouble. You understand? We're the ones that's going to be ruling this planet. You know what I mean? What they got right now, they understand these, you know, Esau, which is the biblical name for the oppressor, for our oppressor, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, the white man, who is the devil the Bible speaks of. You know what I'm saying? He knows that he has a short time left here on this planet. He knows his time is short. So he's doing all the craziness he can do. He's doing all the random things that we never seen coming. Well, not us in the UPK. We know he's gonna pull things out the hat. You know what I mean? But brothers in the world, when I say brothers in the world and sisters in the world, what I mean by that is, you know what I mean, the brothers and sisters, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians outside of the ISUPK, outside of us, they, you know what I mean, the brothers and sisters outside of us, the brothers in the world and the sisters in the world, they don't see these things coming. You know what I mean? They didn't see it coming when that we was going to get deported as well. We didn't see that coming, right? Along with the Latino tribes. We didn't see that. But, you know, here we are. Here we are. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some more on that before I go to the next. It's kind of leading me into the next video. All right. Let me read some more. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the shaft, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. You know what I'm saying? Before the decree bring forth, before, you know what I mean, the nuclear missiles pop off, before the nukes hit, you know what I mean, a city near you. You know what I'm saying? Before, you know what I mean, all hell breaks loose. You know what I mean? Before all that happens, you know what I'm saying, you better gather yourselves together. We better gather together up in here in I.S.U.P.K. You know what I'm saying? Better gather together here. You know what I mean? We thought Christianity was the way, right? We thought Christianity was the way. But now we see Christianity breeds black men like Tyler Perry. Christianity breeds black men like Tyler Perry. Breeds brothers like, you know what I mean, T.D. Jakes, Creflo Dollar, Eddie Long. That's what Christianity breeds in black men, and we don't need that right now. That's why the whole United States military is jammed up right now, because they let in all the homosexuals, all the LGBTQ men and women up in there. That's why they jammed up now. I think they trying to kick them out though right now though. So, but still, they sorry as hell right now. You know what I mean? Anyway, you know what I mean? They jammed up for that reason. And plus, the majority of America, you know what I mean? The majority of American citizens right now is, you know what I mean, obese. Is obese right now as well. You know what I'm saying? They jammed up on that end, on that aspect, right? You know what I mean? And we got to gather ourselves together, you know what I mean? And, you know, separate ourselves from this place, you know what I mean? So we can build up our own societies, our own military, our own structure, which is what we're doing in the I.S.U.P.K. currently before everybody's eyes. They just don't see it, don't want to see it, you know what I'm saying? And just, you know what I mean? They got a stony heart right now, you know what I mean? And Christ's going to break that stony heart. Y'all going to come up in here, y'all going to do what y'all need to do, you know what I'm saying? All right, so I'm going to read some more. Select. I'm reading the middle. That last part I just read. Yeah, damn right, sis. Damn right. Damn right. Yup, most on Christ. So I'm gonna read on. Before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you, before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. We don't want that to happen. We don't want to see that happen. The day of the Lord, and the day of the Lord, you want to, you know, make sure that you made your calling, your election sure. You understand? You want to make sure you're doing that. You know what I mean? Which is like I can't say it. No, you know what I mean? I can't say it enough. You got to come in the UPK so you can get brought up right by men that's been trained up by, you know what I mean, other men above them. You know what I'm saying? This is the place to do that. You know what I mean? The Lord gave us this place, you know what I mean, as a gift, like I said before. I'm gonna read on. Verse 3: Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth. what I was just saying. You got to seek out the Lord. To seek out the Lord is here in the I.S.U.P.K. You know what I mean? You see us brothers on the street, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Yelling and screaming, you know what I mean? And prophesying out there, and y'all think we crazy out our mind. Nah, man. That's the Lord calling you. You don't even know that's the Lord calling you. You see videos on YouTube, or you see videos on Facebook, or you know what I mean, Instagram, seeing us, you know what I mean, cutting somebody, or you see not actually cutting somebody, but in the spirit, cutting somebody in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? You see us doing that, or you seeing us waking somebody up. You understand? You know, that means, you know, that's the Lord calling you. You don't even know that. You know what I mean? Spiritually, that's the Lord calling you to come up in here. You know what I mean? That's what that is right there. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me see what's going on. Yeah, Salaki, sir, if I may, not to get off topic, ICE needs to deport them damn more. I'm guessing you trying to say Moabites right there. Yeah, Moabites, Asians, them them Hamites, them Africans, the Arabs. Stop deporting the Hispanics. They're one of us. That's absolutely correct. The sister is right in what she's saying. She's right. She's absolutely correct, 100%. You know what I mean? They need to deport them. She brought out an excellent point. You know what I mean? East Indians, they don't got no goddamn papers. You know what I mean? They want to really make some good business. ICE want to really make some good business. They need to hit up every Chinatown. All the Chinatowns here in America, man, they need to hit them up and start raiding raiding their restaurants. You feel me? They need to start raiding their restaurants and all that, you know what I mean? And they gonna make good business. All them we about to go into it right now, actually. You know what I'm saying? After I get into the scripture. But they just put together, you know what I mean, the alligator out Alcatraz over there in the Everglades in Florida. You know what I'm saying? They building that for us. Why they even build it there where all the alligators, Commander General YAHANNA brought it out last night, how that's the same place where the slave owners throwing our babies, you know what I'm saying, to the alligators. Had us for alligator bait in that same area back then. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Why are they building that right there? They got something planned. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. You know what I mean? They need to, you know what I mean, go ahead and go into every Chinatown, gather them all up, all the Irish people from Ireland. You know what I'm saying? Gather them up, deport and detain all of them. Fill up all the, all them little, you know what I mean, them, I want to say concentration camps, but what they call it, you know what I mean, they call it something. I forget right now. It's blurring on me. But them little camps over there in Alcatraz, Alcatraz, you know what I'm saying? Fill all those little them little tents up. Not tents, but I want to say they like they I'll say tents for right now for my ignorance on it, in my ignorance on it. You know what I'm saying? So they need to fill them up with all the Asians, all the, you know what I'm saying, all the East Indians, the Moabites, the Asians. You understand? And leave us the hell alone. We belong here rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? The tribe of Judah rightfully belongs here. We built this country. We built it. We built this whole goddamn thing. We invented damn near everything they use today. You know what I'm saying? In their everyday life. The Mexicans belong here. This is their land. They've been here before us. You know what I'm saying? Before anybody else was here. You know what I'm saying? Arizona, you know what I'm saying? Los Angeles, like California. You know what I mean? All them places, you know what I'm saying, was Mexico, was Mexico. That was Mexico already. You know what I'm saying? And they, you know what I mean, the devils did what they did, what they known to do. And you know what I mean, they had them be in the worst part of Mexico. They cut off the worst piece of land for them to stay in, you know what I'm saying, and call that Mexico. You know what I mean? The oppressors, the devil the Bible speaks of, the Native American Indians. This whole goddamn thing is theirs. This whole thing is theirs. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why they want to deport them. Like, where are you going to deport them to? Feel me? Like, it's crazy. You know what I mean? The wider use is for bringing out that point. All right, so what was I saying right here? Yeah, seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth. It says all ye meek, meaning, you know what I'm saying, the poor, the downtrodden, you know what I'm saying, the ones that ain't got no, you know what I mean, no help. The ones that everybody else ain't, you know what I mean, is looking down on. The one that everybody says, you know, it's like it says here. And if I go up to verse 1 again, O nation not desired. We're the nation that's not desired. We're the meek on the earth. That's why if we get the precept, you know what I'm saying, in Matthew 5:3, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. You understand? This is for us. This kingdom that's coming after this, you know what I'm saying, is for us to take. You know what I mean? It's like for Christ to come back and take it and snatch it out of the hands of these other nations. You know what I'm saying? It says in the scriptures, Christ's gonna have many crowns. Why I say that is because he's gonna basically do in all these other nations, right? And basically, he's gonna be ruling over all these other nations. He's gonna rule over all these other nations. And they're gonna be just, you know what I mean, under us. They're gonna be under us. All right. So I'm gonna get this video real quick, right? Based off what we was talking about. Getting the video of them in the Everglades and all that, talking about it, explaining it here and there. You know what I'm saying? Most on Christ. Let's see, I'm stop sharing that. Let me get this other video. Bear with me a quick second. Boom.
So first here at 10, tomorrow is the day that an airstrip in the Everglades becomes alligator Alcatraz. President Trump will be on hand to see it. The detention center for illegal immigrants will open with an initial wave of 1,000 migrants waiting to be deported. And this continues to be a hot button issue. Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer is live in Tampa with the very latest on this, Aaron.
Yeah, Ali, Governor DeSantis has touted this as a way to help President Trump meet his immigration goals, but civil rights and environmental groups are trying to stop it. Meanwhile, several others, including at least one member of the governor's own political party, are voicing concerns.
These guys set up this whole thing within a matter of days.
It took less than a month for the state to get alligator Alcatraz ready to open on Tuesday.
More than 3,000 illegals can be processed through here.
Governor DeSantis says the detention facility is critical to handle the 50,000 plus immigrants who have final deportation orders. Before this, there were only 3 centers in Florida with a total of 2,000 beds.
What it can be, I think, is an effective way to increase the number of removals and deportations.
The detention center will eventually feature facilities to house 5,000 detainees and hundreds of workers with drinking water, food, and sewer service trucks brought in. It's located at the Dade Collier Airport in the Everglades, which is mostly used for training and only accessible by one road or an airstrip.
They ain't going anywhere once they're there unless you want them to go somewhere, because good luck getting the civilizations.
But even as President Trump prepares to visit alligator Alcatraz, some say there are a lot of unanswered questions. That includes former Republican State Senator Jeff Brandes, who now runs the Florida Policy Project.
If we're going to be taking entire families and putting in these facilities, then it seems like it's more of a long-term internment camp than it is even
And they speak so proudly of this, like they proud of this whole thing right here. You know what I'm saying? They proud of this. They really want this thing to go on, and they, you know what I mean, happy that this thing is coming into effect. They happy that this thing is going on. Like they said, they plan on filling it up with a whole bunch of migrants, it's like it's so-called immigrants. You know what I mean? Our brothers are Black, Hispanic, Native Americans, you know what I'm saying? They want to fill us up fill them up with us in there. And they happy and proud about this whole thing. Like they not the ones that belong in there. They the ones that really belong in there. You feel me? Like they act like they're so innocent. Like they really know what they're doing and they don't even know all this is going to flip on their own head. All what they doing right now to us, all the evil that's going on right here, and they built it in the middle of the Everglades for a reason. Like if y'all heard them, I don't know if y'all heard them, but they said, you know what I'm saying, like they trying to have, you know what I mean, have it so where they can't escape. They don't want them to escape. They try to escape. They just gonna go into like the middle of nowhere. They ain't gonna reach. They ain't gonna reach civilization. That's basically what they were saying. Like so, I don't know. Like you know what I mean. This is gonna flip on their heads. They think they got it mapped out. They think they know what they doing. They don't even know. Like Trump said, probably like a week and a half ago, they don't know what the F they doing. America doesn't know what they're doing. Trump doesn't know what he's doing. He's a stupid idiot, you know what I'm saying? And him and Benjamin Netanyahu, you know what I'm saying? They both are idiots. They both don't know what they're doing. Because this is all going, you know what I mean, going to get poured on their own head. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to play it. I'm going to wind it back a little more and play it. Hold on a second. Let me see. All right. What she said. Trump said that he's going to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America now. Yup. That's a fact. He doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like Commander YAHANNA brings out a lot. You know what I mean? He has the spirit of the Pharaoh of what's his name? Of Ramses. He has the spirit of Ramses in him. You know what I mean? Where he's just good old plain and stupid and you know what I mean, doing all these things, not even knowing that it's going to affect him and his country at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's a good point.
I think is an effective way to increase the number of removals and deportations.
The detention center will eventually feature facilities to house 5,000 detainees and hundreds of workers with drinking water, food, and sewer service trucks brought in. It's located at the Dade Collier Airport in the Everglades, which is mostly used for training and only accessible by one road or an airstrip.
They ain't going anywhere once they're there unless you want them to go somewhere, because good luck getting to civilization.
But even as President Trump prepares to visit Alligator Alcatraz, some say there are a lot of unanswered questions. That includes former Republican State Senator Jeff Brandes, who now runs the Florida Policy Project.
If we're going to be taking entire families and putting them at these facilities, then it seems like it's more of a long-term internment camp than it is even a prison or a detention facility.
Brandes also wonders who will staff the detention center. That's a concern shared by Joe Rojas, a retired corrections officer with 30 years of experience.
We are radically understaffed at many of our facilities across the state. So are we moving correction officers from already understaffed facilities to staff this facility? Is the National Guard going to be called up to staff this facility?
Who lives close to Alligator Alley, number one? So you have to travel to get there, probably, miles and miles. And then number two, I hate to say it, but it's going to be about the pay.
Rojas says there are also safety concerns for the guards and detainees.
How you train dealing with detainees is different because they're technically not convicted individuals.
But the governor believes this is what it all comes down to.
This is potentially be a force multiplier.
And the governor says another big selling point here is that
that's basically that's it on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Y'all ever seen the movie Angry Birds, that animated movie? Angry Birds, man. this is like, this is crazy. In that movie, and I noticed it, as a nigga in the world, I noticed it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I noticed, like, in that movie, it shows how the pigs, they coming on ships. They coming off ships from whatever land they coming from, right? From some piece of garbage land they come from, and they come over to the, to the birds side. You know what I mean? They come over to the bird side with it's looking like they got good intentions at first, you know what I mean? But then the birds, they take them in with open hands. They take them in with open hands. The main character of the story, he a little skeptical, but for the most part, they all like welcoming to them. Then, sooner or later, they start building homes on their land. They start building up, houses on their land. They start infiltrating their whole system that the birds had set up already. You know what I'm saying? And like eventually they took over. Eventually, after that, they started oppressing the birds, oppressing them. You understand? Like, this is what's going. That's that's America. That whole thing right there, that's America. That's how America got down. You know what I mean? It's crazy that they made a kids movie based off of that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I was always like, damn, they really made a movie, an animated kids movie off of that. You know what I mean? I used to watch it a lot too. And it's crazy how that parallels with what goes on here in America. Check the comments again. Let me see. Salaki, sir, if I may, do you think it would be a difference if Kamala Harris was in office? There's a lot of people nowadays saying we wouldn't be in war if Harris was in office. Yeah, if Kamala Harris was in office, really, I'm glad. I mean, you know what I mean? It's unfortunate. I mean, it might sound crazy, but I'm actually glad Trump got in there. I'm glad he got in there because he's pushing World War III and he's pushing his own demise and America's demise. So I'm glad he got up in there so his dumb ass could, slide for the language, could put America down the drain, could make America sink. You understand? So I'm glad that he going in so he could destroy America, and he think he's doing America all the good and all the, you know what I mean, all the good things for America. Now, to answer your question for Kamala Harris, if she would have been in there, it might not have been as much. It might not have been as much, friction and tension and wars going on now. But what would have happened was more witchcraft on us. It would have been more witchcraft. It would have been more witchcraft bestowed upon the whole nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? We would have had stop and go abortion clinics. We would have had fast food style abortion clinics in our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? Fast food truck style abortion clinics. That's what she was pushing. She was pushing that. You know what I mean? She was pushing the unaliving of our babies on a mass level. And that's what sisters wasn't trying to hear, wasn't trying to understand at the time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, that's what was being pushed. So, yeah, to answer your question, this World War III when that got pushed. That's what you asked, right? Yeah, the wars probably wouldn't have been pushed like it is now, or happening like it is now if she was in office. But it would have been a lot of, a lot more stupidity and ignorance we would have had to been battling right now if she would have gotten office. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was it on that. That was it on this video, right? So okay. So yeah, man. I'm gonna get another scripture for y'all. Kind of going off what was just said right here, and early off of that video for the deportation. Book of Lamentations 4 and 17. All right, I'm gonna read real quick. All right. As for us, our eyes has yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. We have been watching for a nation that cannot save us. Even back then during the times of voting, you know what I mean, during the time where we was trying to get Trump, or not we, but, you know, brothers and sisters in the world and whoever, you know what I mean, us specifically, you know what I mean, since I pulled the scripture, was trying to vote in Kamala Harris, some of us voting in Trump. We've been looking for, you know what I mean, a vain help. This country can't do nothing for us. You understand? This country ain't do nothing for us now. It wasn't going to do nothing for us if we got her in office. It ain't doing it ain't doing nothing for us now. So the thing for us to do right now is to not look for them for help. You know what I mean? Even if even when our brothers was getting deported by ICE, you know what I'm saying? Brothers was going, that ain't our fight. That ain't our fight. Black people stay out of it. They had trust in the law of America that we won't be deported. Meaning me, when I say we, talking about the tribe of Judah. Tribe of Judah, the Negroes here in America. We thought we wouldn't get deported. We thought we wasn't going to get detained. It's looking like it's turning over a new leaf, right? You know what I'm saying? We've been looking for a vain help. We've been resting in the laws of America instead of resting in the word of the Most High. When he told us to gather together with our people, that means all tribes, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. So just because you feel in your small mind that, you know, we ain't supposed to get together with La Raza, doesn't mean we ain't supposed to begin with them. The Most High wants that to come to pass, it shall be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to read on real quick. All right, let me I'm going to read on real quick. Boom, boom, boom. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. We watch for a nation that can't do nothing for us, can't save us. You understand? Like, they can't do nothing for us. We see now Trump cutting off Medicaid, food stamps, and all that. Y'all seen that? Let me play this video. Maybe this will open your eyes a little bit too. God damn, can I find it? All right, boom. Bear with me a second. Bear with me. The water for y'all patience. All right. How many of y'all seen this?
احنا عندنا في غزه فيش مين. احنا 24 ساعه كل يوم بيقولوا لنا في مقاطير واحنا بنروح ما بنلاقيش المقاطير. احنا الرمل هذا ناكل في الشكل عندنا بدنا طعيم بدنا اكل. حرام عليكم ارحموا في الشكل عندنا الرمل بناكل بدل الخبز. حرام عليكم ارحموا الرمل بناكل بدل رغيف الخبز. رغيف الخبز ريال 21 شيكل رغيف الكبسه.
Mohammed walked 8 hours with his father to a flour distribution point in Gaza City. He finally collected 2 kilos of flour, but thieves attacked him and stole it.
أنا شفت الصحفي بيصور في الناس، فأنا طلبت منه أوجه رسالتي للناس إن أنا انسرق مني الطحين وأكلت رمل غصبا عني لأنه فيش عندنا طحين، فيش طحين، وانقهرت وأنا عشان هيك صيحت وأكلت الرمل.
Mohammed's mother says she uses old dried bread used for animal feed, soaks it with water and bakes it over and over to feed her children.
بنقتل بعض، الجوع كافر، هذا بقتل الثاني عشان كيس طحين وعشان كيلو كيس طحين، 5 6 بيهجموا عليه. الجوع كافر، بدهم ياكلوا الناس، يعني توحشوا الناس، وحوش صارت من قلة الطحين والمعيشة.
Mohammed and his family, only 2 of tens of thousands of starved Palestinians risking their lives to feed their families.
يعطيك العافية. إحنا عندنا في غزة فيش طحين، إحنا 24 ساعة كل يوم بيقولوا لنا في مقاطير وإحنا بنروح ما بنلاقيش المقاطير. إحنا الرمل هذا ناكله فيش أكل، فيش أكل عندنا، بدنا طحين، بدنا طحين، بدنا أكل. حرام عليكم ارحموا، فيش أكل عندنا، الرمل بناكله بدل الخبز. حرام عليكم ارحموا، الرمل بناكله بدل رغيف الخبز، رغيف الخبز ريال 21 شيكل لرغيف القمدة.
Mohammed walked 8 hours with his father to a flour distribution point in Gaza City. He finally collected 2 kilos of flour, but thieves attacked him and stole it.
أنا شفت الصحفي بيصور في الناس، فأنا طلبت منه أوجه رسالتي للناس إن أنا انسرق مني الطحين وأكلت رمل غصبا عني لأنه فيش عندنا طحين، فيش طحين، وانقهرت وأنا عشان هيك صيحت وأكلت الرمل.
Mohammed's mother says she uses old dried bread used for animal feed, soaks it with water and bakes it over and over to feed her children.
بنقتل بعض، الجوع كافر، هذا بقتل الثاني عشان كيس طحين وعشان كيلو كيس طحين، 5 6 بيهجموا عليه. الجوع كافر، بدهم ياكلوا الناس، يعني توحشوا الناس، وحوش صارت من قلة الطحين والمعيشة.
Mohammed and his family, only 2 of tens of thousands of starved Palestinians risking their lives to feed their families.
Yeah, so y'all basically seen that, right? You know what I mean? Like, you know, you see that when he's going through this, what General Mayak was bringing out yesterday during the show. You know what I mean? The kid that's eating sand to live to survive because he's starving to death. You know what I mean? That's gonna come, you know what I mean, that type of, you know what I mean, desperation and everything like that is gonna hit our communities as well. You know what I mean? Like, that's why brotherhood is so important. That's why brotherhood, we're gonna wrap the class up after this. After this, we're gonna wrap it very quick. All right. So, but like that right there, that's gonna come to our neighborhoods. And that being so, you know what I mean, that being said, we have to really understand brotherhood is the main thing we need. Like I was bringing out earlier in the beginning of the class, you know what I mean? We can't be a brother that's like, man, you go ask somebody else to help you. I mean, I'm on my break. You know what I'm saying? You can't be like that. You gotta, you know what I mean, you gotta be willing to give the shirt off your back, the clothes off your back for another brother. You know what I mean? If it's necessary to do so. You know what I mean? That's what we have to get to. You see, they risking their lives trying to get food for their families. You know what I mean? We have to have that same type of love for our brothers, for our sisters. You know what I'm saying? That's what we have to do. All right. So with that, man, I'm gonna leave y'all with that. The water for everybody tuning in. I'm gonna close out. Yeah, it said concert. Trump was saying that he was going to make police immunity happen. Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, you know, this place about to get turned upside down, man. You know what I'm saying? This is about to be hell. All right. So that's why we got to come together. come together. When we do that, man, and come together in the right place, not in your Muslim mosque where you're gonna learn to worship a damn rock, or you know what I mean, in Christianity and all that mess, all that garbage. Nah, you need to come into UPK where you get trained up correctly and learn from brothers, you know what I'm saying, how to really worship the only true and living God, how to have brotherhood, you know what I mean, get trained up through the, you know what I mean, through our, you know what I mean, core, through our Hebrew Academy training, you know what I'm saying, for brothers out there, you feel me? You know what I mean? This is what it is, you know what I mean? So with that, man, I'm gonna end the class off with that. All right, so this precinct officer 500 Mathumyad, you know what I mean? Shalom, y'all Bashim, y'all Shabbat. You know what I mean? To all the brothers and sisters out there that's tuning in, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, you know what I mean? Y'all tune in for next class, you feel me? Y'all tune in for next class. It's gonna be a good one for next week. All right, we've been teaching this truth about the Bible since 1969. You know what I mean? That Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the real Israelites of the Bible, God's chosen people. All right, and that the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. All right, so we're gonna come back here next Tuesday. Y'all meet me here next Tuesday. You on library around 5:30 to 6 o'clock. You know what I mean? Around that time, man, I'll be here. You know what I mean? If you want to pull up, come into the class, you know what I mean? Sit here in the room with me while I'm doing it. Y'all can do that. That's definitely Tawab. That's good to do. Or if you want to, you know what I mean, just watch online, that's Tawab as well. Just make sure you check in the comments. Let me know you watching and everything like that. And we're going to go from there. All right. So, yeah, next Tuesday, you know what I mean? Y'all know what it is. We're gonna be here for the brotherhood class, and Thawada to y'all tuning in. Thawada served for Tawad class, Most High in Christ. We're gonna be back at it next week. All right. So with that, shalom.